Australia's new Bachelorette Georgia is ready to find true love, and this is what she is looking for in a man. Courtesy Channel 1. I felt like I was going to vomit. Love admits, "It was the most unique and strange feeling I've ever had in my life. It was this overwhelming feeling of excitement and anticipation, but just sheer terror mixed in as well." First reviewed the Bachelorette. It doesn't exactly sound like a fairy tale beginning to finding lifelong love, but then again, nothing about Love's start on The Bachelorette has seemed to go according to plan. From two exes emerging from the woodwork to tell tales of Love's past, including cheating allegations, to the relentless pursuit of love by paparazzi desperate to capture who she hands the final rose to before the finale airs, it could be seen as a nightmare ride for the former news anchor. Channel 10's new Bachelorette Georgia Love reads the news on WIN Tasmania. Courtesy WIN Tasmania. Especially given there's a huge risk she could walk away without having found the one, having given up her job and potentially sabotaging her career in the process. Love was very aware she's taken a massive gamble by signing on for a televised search for romance. "There was no guarantee this would work out for me at all, and that was my greatest fear," the 28-year-old admits. "But I'm a big believer in trusting my own decisions and backing myself. And I believe something good will come from this. That's how I felt going into The Bachelorette, and I certainly feel very positive at this end." Having finished filming, too, Love is the first to admit she's no Sam Frost. And as News Corp Australia sits down to chat with her, that fact is evident. While Frost was her own worst enemy at keeping who her chosen one, Sasha Milcharek, secret, with very few fans left surprised by her final rose decision, Love is much more guarded in sharing the outcome of her journey. In part that could be put down to her background as a television journalist. But it also stems from the fact that Love appears to have had a very different experience from bachelors and bachelorettes past. While previous singles including Frost and former bachelors Sam Wood, Tim Robards and Richie Strawn have said they knew straight away who their one was. Love says the exact opposite could be the case in her season. "Something I've really learned is that first impressions don't mean that much," she says. "Some of the instant connections I did have with people ended there, and on the flip side, there were other people who, had I to make my decision on night one, I would never have looked at again. And they ended up being extremely big parts of my life. It's an attitude that may not have happened had she not experienced previous heartbreak," says Love. The Tasmanian-based, Melbourne-born reality TV newcomer had her heart well and truly broken in what she calls her only really serious relationship to date, which ended 18 months prior to her signing up for the show. And no, it wasn't with either of the men who went on to talk about their romance with Love. "I was with him for 2 years, and he's the only previous boyfriend who I did see being the one forever," she says of her ex, who she declined to name. "I was madly, head over heels in love and didn't think there was a care or worry in the world. We were living interstate from each other, and he just woke up one morning and said he didn't want to do the distance anymore. He didn't give me a choice to move and see if we could make it work. Just pulled the rug from under me and said, 'I'm pretty much done.' I was blindsided, and it completely tore my heart out. And it took me far away from ever wanting to date again." Channel 10's new promo for The Bachelorette with Georgia Love, courtesy Channel 1. Throwing herself into her career and her friendships gave her time to not only heal but also to examine what kind of relationship she really wanted. "I had time to know what I wanted out of the relationship rather than just jumping into another one and continuing on the trend I'd been on for a while," she says. "So I opened myself up to something new. And, fingers firmly crossed, that will be with one of the 16 men who will watch her take on extravagant dates over the course of the next few months. Certainly Love will be one of those hopeless romantics tuning in to find out. I can't wait to watch my own story play out, she says. What's amazing is that I will hopefully have the first moments I clocked my eyes on the love of my life to watch over and over again. I'll know the exact first words we said to each other. And that's something not many people get to do. Having that sends my heart aflutter. The Bachelorette, Wednesday and Thursday, Channel 10, 7.30p. News. Our privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.